Well, hey there, Ghost Cats and Ghost Kittens. It is Ghost Cat Patrick. Number one, I want to apologize for not getting this out last week. I know I'm trying to do this, one video a week, every week for the entirety of 2025. I've been kind of slacking a little bit on that lately. I've been doing these like reels to try to just kind of fill some time, and I'm not proud of it. I know I've been working on this Area 51 Roswell video for a bit. I just haven't had time to finish it, and when I have had time, I haven't had motivation to finish it, and that's completely on me. And that's sort of what I want to talk about today. So this is going to be I'm going to ramble a little bit. I'm going to kind of be all over the place. I'm in my car. I'm in the parking lot of somewhere, and I'm just kind of talking. So I'm just kind of riffing. I know this is going to be all over the place, and I'm sorry for that. But I saw this is where all this comes from. So stick with me. Like I said, this is gonna be a weird video. So feel free to skip it. I'm not going to hold it against you. So I saw in the news. I think it was a couple days ago, maybe like Friday or over the weekend or something like that, about this merger. Netflix is buying Warner Brothers, and I'm a filmmaker. I went to film school. I do it professionally. Movies, film, all that, it means a lot to me, and it has for a good bit of my life. Arguably, I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but one of my biggest bonding experiences with my mom was that she turned me on to movies. She got me into Alfred Hitchcock and that sort of thing. If you know me, I probably told the story before, but it changed my life. It actually sort of defined the direction that my life was going to go, and has gone. So movie stuff, it means a lot to me, even though it's kind of superficial and doesn't really mean a whole lot in the grand scheme of the universe or whatever. But it means a lot to me. So when I saw this, my initial thought was, there's a lot of thoughts, quite frankly, in the history of movies and studios and that sort of thing. There's always been mergers, acquisitions. Studios have gone out of business, only to be bought up by other people, keep the name, blah, 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 blah. That sort of thing happens all the time. But this one's a little bit different because, without getting too deep into it, the movie studios Hollywood is dying a death of 1,000 cuts, and it has been for a few years. We started seeing this. It started becoming very, very apparent during COVID, obviously because people weren't allowed to go to theaters, and then it was like, well, then what? And so everybody started streaming, and so streaming became the thing, and so a lot of our blockbusters, a lot of our big budget things have gone straight to streaming. The way we look at fiction has changed, the way we look at movies have changed, the way we look at series has changed significantly. A lot of that had to do with COVID, a lot of it had to do with lockdowns, but a lot of it is just simply the movie going experience is very expensive, and it's tedious, and the culture, without getting too crazy, the culture of America has changed, and I'm guessing it's probably this way through most of the world, but it's definitely true in America, but the culture of America has changed, and we just can't all be together in a room together without driving each other nuts anymore. And that's everybody knows it. Nobody necessarily wants to talk about it, but we know it. We know that this is the way things are. We know that with cell phones and stuff like that, we're bugging the shit out of each other constantly. I digress. But that being said, the actual movie going experience is kind of rotten. It's kind of rotten these days. And I actually haven't been to a theater to watch a movie in quite some time. I used to do it. I used to see every movie that came out, even terrible movies, just because I loved going to the movies. I used to spend entire weekends doing nothing but going to see all the movies available. I don't do that anymore, and I haven't in quite some time, for a lot of reasons, but a lot of it is the actual movie-going experience it just sucks. It just sucks, and it's crazy, stupid, ridiculously expensive, and it's just a bad scene all around. So and I don't think that I'm in the minority there, but everything's kind of going to streaming because you can get huge TVs with great sound systems. You can pause it whenever you want. Get up, go to the bathroom. You don't have to pay $40 for a bag of popcorn, at your home. It's just better and easier. So why does this matter? Why do I care? How does this, why is this important to Patrick? Well, it's a symptom of a bigger thing that I think it's kind of important to consider right now. And that is that the structures that exist in the world, I don't know that we necessarily need them anymore. Or the way that we've looked at things in the past, I don't know that we need to look at them in the same way anymore. And it goes back, if you've ever worked in a corporate style environment, you've heard these cliches before. I'm sure you've heard it in a meeting, you've been in an email, whatever. There's probably been a boss somewhere along the way that has told you this. But one of the worst things you can say in business is, this is the way we've always done it. Somebody has told you that sometime in their life. It's cliche, it's stupid, but it's actually kind of true. If you stick too close to your guns because it's always been done that way, you don't really open your brain up for innovation and change. And I kind of feel like the world that we're in right now, we will never go back to the way it was. So old dudes like me grew up in a certain kind of world. And it was true for my parents and my grandparents. As you go through life, things change, and sometimes things change dramatically. I would actually argue that since the mid-'70s up till about the late 90s, early 2000s, there were changes, lots of them, and some of them were pretty significant, but the structure of how everything works never really changed all that much. Not really. Not in a, if you were a I don't know, let's go with lawyer in 1975, you could transition to being a lawyer in 1995 and it would be probably pretty much the same job all around. I'm not a lawyer, and I don't really know any lawyers, oddly enough. Patty Cat and I talked about this the other day. Don't really know any lawyers. Weird. Know a lot of different kinds of people. Not a whole lot of lawyers. Anyway, a lawyer in 2025, I'm certain the job is dramatically different than it was even in 1995. And I'm sure that that's true for everything. Every job, everything. And we know this, and a lot of it is, technological innovations have changed the world significantly. I don't need to tell you that. Everybody knows that. But also, just societally, like how we as human beings interact with each other, and how we approach things and how we do things has changed so dramatically, even within the last 10 years. We need to start thinking about things a little bit differently. And we need to start breaking down a lot of the structures that are out there that control us, that we fit into. And I don't just mean Hollywood. Hollywood's a good example because it's, oddly enough, Hollywood has been a very important part of human society for, last 100 some odd years. True. It has been. But the same is true with everything. Everything has changed. And we need to, right now I think a lot, definitely in America, I know I do have some international followers and some people who watch me from outside of the United States. But I don't know how it is, I don't know how it is in the rest of the world. But I know in America, we have a lot of corporate structures that have existed for a very long time that are quickly taking over the world. They're buying all the other businesses. Unrelated businesses are buying one another, and we're all just kind of expected to get in line and just continue to do things and think about things and interact with the world, given the structure that they have set forth for us. I argue that we don't need that. I argue that we don't need Hollywood. We don't need the music industry. We don't need very many things out there. And we shouldn't step in line and just blindly follow these rules that other people have set forth for us because that's the way it's always been done. Or because they tell us, well, if you want music, you have to listen to Spotify. Or, if you want movies, you got to do what the movie industry tells you, or you got to watch what they tell you to watch, or do the things that they want you to do. We don't need it. It's so easy, which, is obvious because I'm doing this right now on my phone. We can make content. We can make movies. We can make shows. We can make fiction. We can make instructional documentaries, whatever. We can make music. Anybody can make music. I mean, I got an app on my phone where I can just lay down some beats. It's easy, and it was $2. I bought a secondhand guitar when I was 16, and I still have it, and I can still, jam out some chords and stuff and make music that I like and sometimes other people like too. So I guess my point in all this tonight, and I'll probably expand on this at another time because I'm kind of going through something of a transitional phase in my life right now. But I think that the theme of all of this is it's time we all rethink our wants and needs and start supporting our friends and start looking at the media that they make, start looking at the things that they do, the art that they create, the books that they write, whatever, and stop allowing ourselves to be spoon-fed by these companies who don't give two fucks about us, that aren't really giving us anything we care about. They're just giving us something and saying, here, eat it. We don't need that shit. I don't need that shit. You don't need that shit. We can make our own stuff. We can support our friends. I know a lot of creative people. You do too. Let's just do stuff. Let's just make stuff. Grab a guitar. Start a band. It's easy to record these days, and there are outlets for it. You can get paid for it. Do it. I think I need to follow my own advice sometimes, but that's not important right now. What is important right now is that I need to get the hell out of this parking lot. And so this is my space filler for the week, or for last week. I'll be filling more space this coming week. Hopefully I can get that Area 51 video out. I know I've been talking about it it's going on a month now. I just haven't got off my dead ass to do it. I don't know. Hopefully I'll be able to produce some better content for you soon. I've been slacking. I've been really slacking. I need to stop that. Hey, while I'm at it, if anybody's actually has made it this far, it's like 13 minutes into this, comment if you wouldn't mind. Just say hello. Tell me if you like the things I'm producing. Tell me if I just need to get off my dead ass and do something better. A little bit of feedback, because I'm just flying blind here. I'm just I'm just putting anything out there. So, help a brother out. I appreciate you for watching. Thank you. Have a fantastic, what are we on, the second week of December? More stuff coming. Thanks.